There we go. Alright, gang. Live and ready to go. Z-Spicer here, ya boy, doing this. The high-grade Universal Century Dreissen, high-grade 144 scale. Brought to you by those wonderful guys over at GundamGarage.us. And they'll be popping in a little bit. And they're actually already in. But we'll go through this a little differently than we did last time. I have unboxed everything, so no awful sounds with the, I got you, Boomsy. Tell me if that's good. Unwrapped everything, but of course this was shrink wrap when I got it, so awesome there. And just tried to avoid any awful noises. So get the box out of the way. We don't really need that at the moment. And here are all the plates. We'll go through those, pop them in my lap if they can fit, and that works just barely. So this is going to have a couple of the red pieces up here. Very excited that this is actually molded. This isn't a sticker. I have all the dark blue here, kind of the light purple down here, and we have our beam effects. I was kind of worried by the promotional images because these look just like solid plastic. They weren't clear or anything like that. And that was a little problematic, but it is clear, so that's cool. Pop that over there. Have our wonderful PC plate, of course. Oh no, didn't mean to throw that. I meant to set it right over here on top of all my tools. Mostly a dark purple plate. It's really nice. It's got the little fan thingies, which I'll probably paint a different color, well, at least on the blades. And then we've got some thrusters here. Looks like kind of one of the torso units there. Put that over there. We have the weapons plate here and some of the white accents. Actually really excited that these little chest vent pieces are molded. I was kind of worried about that. I was like, oh god, I just got done painting a bunch of white stuff. I don't want to go through that again. There's only a little bit of white I need to paint on this, and we'll look at that in a second. And we got the feet here. One side of them kind of looks the forearm guards here, which are actually pretty big. So that hopefully won't be too hard to get some white paint on. But yeah. Inner pieces, thrusters, looks like probably the ankle down here. Thrusters, forearms, the little Gatling gun right here. So that's pretty cool. Liking that. Sorry guys, you will hear a bunch of coughing because it was 76 yesterday, and when I woke up this morning it was 36, so my body is kind of mad. A bunch of the outer covers, more feet here, forearms, same thing. That one plate, and the last plate, and I can get this out of the way. Bam! This is kind of the same plate we looked at with the thrusters and the forearms and the Gatling, plus all the tubing, which might get repainted, we'll see. Bazooka, hands, and then looks like the back skirt piece possibly here. So we're doing that. And of course, the plastic mass here in front of you is not the only thing that came in that box. A sticker sheet, which I will not be using. A few kind of accent colors on here I might probably repaint. The eye I think I'm going to repaint. I've got a new fluorescent pink paint I want to try. And all the white pieces I will be using the white Gundam marker, the paint marker, to do that, much like I did on the Sonanju Stein. But luckily these are bigger, so they shouldn't be as hard to get right. The Sonanju Steins are a little small, so yeah, I've messed that up before. And lastly, the manual. Yay! So, there's the front, there's the back. And you can kind of see a little bit of what I was saying there. Just the way this was shot, that looks, it's kind of hard to tell that's clear. And with it coming with an actually, you know what? I just realized that this is supposed to have a heat rod. And that's not molded yellow, I don't think. And isn't. Where is it? I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't know which plate it's on. We'll figure that out. Worst case, if I have to paint it, yellow is not the worst thing in the world to paint, so let's go ahead and shuffle all this over. I also had a nice little Gundam garage. Can't tell if this is actually a sticker or just a little platelet, but it's pretty cool. I'm glad I got it. And let's see here. Alright, let's go ahead and put all these plates over here, and I will start doing what we gotta do. Actually, there's one essential tool I'm forgetting. My nippers. I knew there was one thing I forgot, and that was my nippers. Kind of the most important tool I could have. So you can see some of the inside stuff here. We had some cool art of the Dreissen. The Graza High Cat Man. You'll see his little head and his paws pop up. He's trying to get me. Garazulu, or Garadoga rather. And Graza C in here. Bunch of nice color splash pages. Oh yeah, the heat rod is not colored. So I could always just get away with saying it's deactive or something. This is also set up a little differently, guys, so if you guys have any questions as far as what's, if my audio seems a little off, my mic has been moved, lighting's a little different, so we'll see. Hopefully it's alright, and people be blowing me up on different things. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We got a PC piece, of course, and what are we doing here? PC 11. Your boy's blind. That doesn't help. This is one of those difficult ones to pop off. All right, and let's see. There's C1, C2. Oh, because these are the shoulder joints. Okay, I was a little confused by that. I was like, what am I doing here? Why am I building the neck twice? Because I'm not. And actually, I normally stack these a little differently, but with the streaming setup, I don't want to put things on something they shouldn't be on, so gotta reorganize a little bit of this. It's the A plate. You'll see me grabbing things out of nowhere. Here's one of the D plates. That's a C plate. Okay, so we need C7, which is this little round guy here. Hi, Catman. You do not need to be up here, my friend. He's like, I do though. I need to be where you are. Father. Hi, please move, buddy. I know you want to lay on my desk. There is no room for you currently. I do apologize, friend. He does not seem appeased, but that is alright. He's gonna lay on his cat tree, which is right next to my desk, funny enough. And come in. You don't seem pleased by this. It's a 6. 6, there we go. Okay, this is right. I always get confused with the little line in the 6 and the 9 on which one is which is a dumb thing to get confused about, but things happen. Alright, and let's see if we need to do any shaving. And there's a little bit of nub here. Go ahead. If I don't drop the piece, that would be just my get started and lose a piece immediately. There we go. I don't want to jinx myself, but that actually went fairly well. It's always kind of risky trying to clean nub marks with a knife. A lot of times I cut a little bit too deep and it looks worse than it did before, so yeah. Actually, you know what? They're inner parts, but I don't want them affecting movement, so I'm going to go ahead and trim these down too. Plus these are, they're probably going to affect articulation a lot, but you know, I want the piece to go together properly. I don't want it to be ungodly in terms of parts not actually going together and it being really bad looking. So I'm digging this jam though. This is definitely a banger. And alright, put that there. I might actually want to do the same. Doing the PC joint's kind of dumb, but it's the same concern of, yeah, it's a little squishier plastic, but having a little bit of that left over is also almost as bad, so, because you can get it on there and then it's just going to keep popping off. At least if it's the hard plastic, usually it'll just be like, no, and break. Alright, so we'll put this on the top here, and we want this part facing here, and that matches up pretty nicely. That's a pretty nice looking piece. And we should hear from our guys over at Gundam Garage pretty soon. And okay, A17, D13, A plate, haha, 17. Okay, A17, and I need a D plate. Try D1 if I had to guess, and that would be right. Where's 13? Where's that neck joint at? There it is. Oh, interesting. This is, I mean, this is pretty normal for like this time frame for a kit, but as opposed to just being a PC joint, it's actually just like a little plastic piece, because they're all plastic of course, but yeah, this thing, it's just on a hinge, so we should be able to move it just a little bit, but I think the design is probably not going to move a lot, honestly. This is kind of a guess, but I'd say a fairly educated one. Do-boo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, sorry, John. My bad. I thought this would, well, that kind of explain why people are like, oh, we're not in, so I'll make a note to make a post about that. See, it's the problem of, oh, I actually need to move the chat thing, because it's like right in the middle. This new setup is a little wonky. There we go. Let's go move it back down here. Oh, that's white too, that's hard to see. I'll put it right there. Oh. Alright. Yeah, give me a second, John. I'll go ahead and, correction. Come on. Go back and edit that post. Wow. Okay. update out. Sorry about that, guys. I was not aware the link was not the right one. Let's go ahead and put it out to one more, and then go from there. I did put my mic on the other side of this whole situation, so hopefully the keyboard's not ungodly loud. Oh, what's up, Spawn? What's up, video from Jake? And I'm putting that link, the corrected one out. Oh, no, come on. There we go. Oh, it would help if I could tie. There we go. And let's see here. What can I type today? There we go. Alright, yeah. Okay, there we go. The khaki shorts. Clumsy. Not happy with me. Okay. Alright, back to this. Now, I did pick up some of the brush tip fine point lining markers. Angry John is Angry Dan. So everyone who's now popping in, sorry for the wrong link. And yeah, we're doing things. The brush tip's alright for certain things, but I would say not necessarily on this. Alright, let's go ahead and put this in here. Those fit really nicely. I like that. It's a good fit. Alright, and then PC5, where are you at? 5, there you are. And A16, putting on the titties. Cut a little deep there. Don't touch this up with paint though. I think we've got a similar color. Oh, John, come on, people, you know, they're clientele in Iran, the clientele's wherever they are. Yeah, I put the, Booms, yeah, I did put the link on Facebook, but I put the wrong link, apparently. So, now the right link is out. Okay, let's fit this together nice and snugly. Alright, got that all together. It's a nice little area to panel line here. I did go ahead and post that link again, John. Anyone else wants to share it, of course, you're welcome to, but I did post to the groups. Updated the link and then shared it back out. That looks pretty good. Sorry. Man, my hands are all kinds of shaky today. There we go. There we go. Doesn't look too bad. You probably can't really see it, but yeah, it's there. Yeah. And let's see here. B7. Which one of y'all's the B plate? Where did I put it? There it is. The B plate. There it is. This is going to take a little bit of time on this one. Some decent lining options and everything. And what else are we looking for? What else? E6 and B6. I need B plate. And it's right next to it. Hey! Alright, and E6. Where is the E plate? It's the white plate. Actually, before I run across this issue, I'm about to. Okay, cool. Autoplate is off. Go ahead and restart that in a second. Alright, let's go ahead and clean up the nubs, and then I'll start doing some lining and a little bit of paint. We need more purple on mobile suits. I like it. Black market kidney money. Alright. Let's go ahead. This is just gonna plug. Oh! Ow! I just did the thing I was literally talking about earlier. Where the 6 and the 9 sometimes get a little confused and I grabbed the wrong part. blind. Wait, no, I was right. It's a B plate, it's a B6. Oh, okay. The picture was confusing. No, okay. I got it. Yeah, chunk dong. Chunk. Chunky chunk. Well, he's got very little panel lining opportunities. I'm not going to mess with that on that part just yet. I'm going to focus on. That was actually really nicely separated. I like that. Alright. And I see all this is fairly dark plastic, so I'm probably going to use the black line marker on most of this. Oops, there we go. Okay, there we go, that is lined. As is that now to color the tubing. I guess we actually have some new people in here as well. Alright. Yeah. I can't win, unfortunately. I also wouldn't be paying attention because of it, so it's alright. I'm pretty excited about Zeta. It seems like it's going to be pretty cool. I think he's going to be one chunky dude in a much better way than the Carl Gustav. Still not a fan of it. People are saying it's really good though, so that's at least it's good. And one day I might turn my opinion around on it. But this is the kind of chunk I can get behind. Kind of thickness. I can handle. Let's see if I can touch that up over there. There we go. Yeah, you can kind of see the silver in there. I probably should have went with bronze. Oh, silver will stick out. It's more a high contrast. Okay. Looking pretty good so far. Yeah. Alrighty, and okay, cool, the fun parts. So the lining on these little white parts should be fairly easy. Pretty deep grooves. And then we can go ahead and start painting up the chest thingy, which is what, A12? A12, sure enough. I'm just going to take a few coats because going from this dark of a color without doing a base. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Go ahead and clean all of this up. Very carefully. I want to put a lot of force in this because I'd like to not stab myself and cut a little bit of a chunk out of that, but at least with it being white, it's less noticeable than it being a really dark color. Like this navy or even the purple, honestly, it still show up pretty bad. Okay. There we go. John, I think you've got people spamming the stream now. You're doing it. It's a little bit of a mark, but it's not too bad. Now, restart music. Some chill hip hop. Guilty Crow, I wish I could. I actually have to work the 19th, and I'm super kind of bummed about it, but... And, like, I think the showing, I think the latest showing there was like 7:45, and I don't get out of work till 8. There's the thing I'm looking for. Actually, I need to use gray. I don't want it to be too harsh. Yay, thank you, Dan. Guilty. I hope it's super good. Like, that 23 minutes was great, but... It's alright, John. I haven't... You know, I'm not gonna... It has been a minute since I poked myself with a hobby knife. I'll say that. I'm not gonna super jinx myself, but I'll jinx myself a little bit. And now for the white gun, the Malkiel. Alright, and putting out paint. This is a little less defined, and actually, let me see. Okay, yeah, it does go, because this goes right up against that, so. And yes, I should absolutely have base coated this, but you know what? It's a stream. Ooh, yeah, slice. Ah, it's good. Yeah, Crow, that 23, Guilty Crow. I want to keep calling, oh no, it's Guilty Crown. Okay, I'm not crazy. I am crazy, but I'm not crazy. I don't know what's going on in my head. I don't know why I keep saying Guilty Crow. Maybe I haven't. I'm just saying it in my head. I'm crazy. Anyway, yeah, the 23 minutes has got me super hyped, but like I just started a new job like 2 weeks ago. And when they asked, they're like, oh, do you need time off in the next 3 months? I was like, nah, I'll probably be alright. Because I really wanted the gig, and then, sure enough, I totally forgot. Narrative was gonna, like, be in a few days. And, oh god, this is an awkward piece to handle. So, yeah, your boy's not gonna make it, but I'm sure I will get to experience it vicariously through y'all. There you go. I also, like, I'm not gonna lie, the way Streamlabs is set up, your Guilty Crown, your logo is just white. It's the white and red. It's very small from like the way Streamlabs is set up, and so is the Gundam Garage one. So I keep looking up and like, oh wait, yeah, what's up, Valletta? I'm confused by the boy question mark. Oh, because I'm a man, not a boy, I guess, is where we're going with this. I don't really know. I'll try to keep attention to the chat. But I gotta poke these things in. And I always do this backwards the first time. Oh yeah, I didn't do it backwards that time. Haha! Progress. It's getting made. That looks pretty good. And I honestly think I'm actually, hold on, is it going to be easier if I just kind of partially plug? Oh, yeah, if I just partially plug that in, that's a little easier to, that way I can get a better grasp. Yeah, no, it's Guilty Crown. Oh! Yeah, it's like, I've got the YouTube page up as well, and it's a little bit bigger, but yeah, Streamlabs has the logo super small, so I just like glance, I'm like, oh wait. Ah. Oh, I'm sorry, Valletta. My bad. How is everybody? There we go. My bad. Where is the next part? That's weird. Might be an older UC kit thing, but the head's in like the same portion. Alright. A10, okay, so like a bunch of the A pieces. 9, 10, and 11. Oh, okay. I was like, there's only 2 red pieces. What is going on? Not, the entire head is not red. It's alright, like, I put the wrong link out, and, yeah, I feel like that can happen. My bad. Yeah, no, Rat Pack, like, you would think, because I remember watching Guilty Crown, for the most part I liked it, but, yeah, it just was like, I don't know why the word crow is in my head. It's not even spelled like crow. I have to pick someone from the... Can we just randomize? Oh, okay, I guess I can't randomize this. Let's see here. Alright, so John is disqualified, as is Lucas, as is myself. Yeah, see, that's what it is, Boomsy. Crow's on my mind, like, all the time. Ha, it's rhyming, it's the beat. Poorly rap. Okay, so let me go through and make sure I see everyone who is new. So, let's see. Alright, you know what? We will... Jared, you're not new. We'll do Valletta. I misrepresented, so there we go. Okay. Well, I'll try to get Guilty Crown right. Fingers crossed, I will. Can't see my fingers, so that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I said Valletta, John. One, I think there's only... Hey, the link worked. I'm sorry about that, man. Your boy is bad at tech. Also, like, a huge, like, problem with, like, doing, like, I finally have gotten days off, which is great, but I've crammed a ton of painting into it, so my mind was just not there, and then totally forgot, oh hey, if I make the event and get the link beforehand on YouTube, it'd be great. Not realizing I created a new event when I went live, so that's what's going on. Boomsy out here trying to get the system down. Yeah! There we go. Okay, so this goes up, this goes down, and this goes in the middle somehow. Oh, interesting. That's like... Huh! This is kind of an interesting design. Oh, because that... I might have to end up using that mono eye sticker as much as I don't want to, because I don't trust myself to make a perfect circle. Yeah, we're 15. Who's number 8 on my list? Let me pull it up. Doesn't be a stupid thing, but I actually don't know that I have a list. I just see the chat themselves. I guess I can look at the 8th comment, but I think it's going to be huge. Okay, so I'm not counting myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you're the 8th on my list. Or at least in the chat, John. Yeah, Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube and Streamlabs aren't giving me a thing. I don't really want to use a sticker. That's gonna bum me out. Oh well, it's at least just a mono eye. It's not gonna be a big thing. Oh, what did I do with the stickers? Is this gonna be an eyeless mobile suit? Oh, it might be. Seriously? Did I super just lose that sticker sheet? I thought I just had it like right in front of me. Because I was like, oh, I'm not going to use this. Set it to the side. What? Like mod as in like mod the kit or like moderate in chats? Like that's probably a weird question to ask, Crown, but I do a little both. I'm also a professional cougher. If you need anyone to cough at people, I'm here. You'll get moderated, Minuteman. I'll moderate you real good. Where's that sticker sheet? Oh, it's literally upside down. It's the only thing that color on my... I'm not a professional eye person. Like, I don't look at things well. It looks like I'm just poking myself in the thumb. I'm trying to get the sticker off my thumb. There we go. I was hoping this would be an individual piece, because, like, on the box art, it's like, hey, it looks like it goes different side. But, oh well. Let's see if I can get it in the middle. I should use my tweezers for this, but no. Oh, great, it's back on my thumb. Okay, yeah. Tweezers it is. That's good. See you, John. I hope Alita's good. Or at least enjoyable, if not good. There we go. Come on. Come on. It's close enough to the center. You probably can't see that very often. Actually, now that I'm looking at it on camera, it looks like it's super off center and I feel like an idiot. Because it is. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Oh, God. Spawn, you're super right. Tweezers are super helpful, and you saw my fat side. I do apologize for that. Oh, fuck. Come on. This is why I like paint, but at the same time, all the painting I've done today, I don't trust myself. That's a little bit closer to the center. That's probably fine. Hold on, wait, what? I know, that's why I dislike stickers, but yeah, you gotta use them. The rest of these will not get used though, so back to the pit of my messy ass desk. Oh, I was like, wait a second. The head's not done. What am I doing? A14. Where is A14? There it is. Sweet. You lurk, onion. You lurk. I really thought about Zeta doing the like side-eye look thing, but I have no idea how I'm gonna pose him yet, so I'm just gonna leave it in the middle if I change it. I can change it later, but also that Mark II will get built. I was gonna top coat my other Mark II, but that didn't happen. You should have some clear plastic on stickers instead. Yeah, it didn't have. It's just a sticker on this kit. Unless I'm crazy, which is super possible. Don't get me wrong. Not the first time I missed this thing, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, I got all the right parts. I coughed directly at the mic that time. I am super sorry. My bad. I still feel like this doesn't look right, but it looks right, I guess. Bam. There's where we are so far. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Rat Pack. More white on the sleeve symbol here. I do have some just like white paint that's not near as bad as this, but the marker is much more convenient, I do find, and a lot less of a chance of me screwing it up and getting white paint everywhere. In worst case, if I do, it's fairly light, so that's not as big of a deal. I'll probably have to do a fair amount of coats on this, but I'll get there. Alright, see you around the blood. Yeah, no, Spawn. I feel the same way, but since it's literally just flat plastic and there's no circle thing for me to do, like, actually paint on, I don't trust myself at all, so definitely not happening. And let me actually go back to the editor here and see. Alright, so the counter is still stuck. There are more than 3 people in the stream, so. That's just a, oops, this is actually worse than it was before. I might actually have to bust out the paintbrush. So this was a thing I originally, when I started talking with John, that there were a couple of kids that were like, hey, you know, you're trying to grow, we're trying to grow, you know, let's kind of help one another, do things like this, and I definitely think that the, I don't know, the Dreissen is a cool high grade. If the gauntlets having the guns in them, I think is a really big pull for me. But I don't know, like, the sleeves iconography on, like, the wrists and the chest, I love that. I will, send Dan a fully posed, finished one, picture, I suppose. What's up, Ryan? yeah, like the head's pretty spacious, and it's just 4 solid plastic pieces. But understandably, I mean, it is a high grade, and to be fair though, I think we've seen that high grades before, so, but it's not a big deal. I mean, it still looks cool, and if I do eventually paint it, you know, it's the same. Yeah, I do like those spinny things. I'm definitely gonna paint those. I might have to bust out the paint, and that's gonna, like, not that it bothers me, but like I said, I've done a ton of painting today. But yeah, the sleeves iconography, like, that's probably my favorite part of the Sinanju, as far as the build goes, was getting that paint on there. It was tedious, but it was really fun. Oh, okay. I recognize your name now, Ryan, my bad. Also, for everyone in the Discord, sorry, there's like that whole weird, like, 2-week period where I was just not posting anything. Like I said, I started a new job and can't have my phone out. It's a whole thing. But yeah. So, that's going well, so I'm slowly, it's hard to catch up, but I'm getting back into the Discord, so. Okay, start on the shoulders. Where's the C plate? Where did I hide it? There it is. I'm probably gonna have to bust out the paintbrush and actual paints, which is gonna bother me, but oh well. That's part of the process, and I want it to look good. I do kind of regret using the marker on the Sinanju Stein, honestly, because it just took so many coats. Because that white marker is pretty done, honestly. It's just so much more convenient. But we'll see. Plus white's just hard to coat anyway, honestly. It's literally the lightest thing you can paint with, so it shows brush marks real bad. But I mean, it'd be something else for the stream, so it's not as tedious and boring as watching this guy build a kit semi-poorly. I'd say semi-poorly. I'd say I'm on an average level, maybe, if that. I did do some cool painting stuff that you guys will get to see later on. Oops. Dropping the thing. I'll probably take some paint to this, I'm not gonna lie. There's some pieces now that I'm kind of seeing, I'm like, yeah, that would look a little better with paint. Oops. What's up, Soul Gain? Zato, kind of like, as far as like cleaning my nubs with a knife, or oh, the way I hold the knife, like I hold it kind of like a pencil. It's kind of weird. Or do I? I don't know now. See, existentialism. Now I'm like, oh god, am I even here? Do I think, therefore I am? I don't know. Uh-oh. People are gonna be like, yo, you holding it wrong, you gonna stab yourself. You'd be right, I've done it before, but the technique came from when I was way back, like when I first started on YouTube, and I was primarily doing mobile suit and action stuff. Not the model kits, what are those things? The action figures from the 90s. And I did a ton of modding in that, and that was way worse. And yeah, I'd cut myself up a lot. I did. I mean, that's gonna be a hard answer to question to answer. I can't even word in chat, but hold it like this or like this, because I think this is how. Oh, thanks, Guilty Crown. Like this, I think is the way I think that's how I hold it. No, I did have a couple HDM Pros, but I didn't mod those as much. I don't think I modded those at all. I might have taken some stuff from them, but the Mobile Suit in Action, the MSIAs, they were the I think kind of more rubbery toys that came out in the 90s. They're definitely a softer plastic than like the Damashi are. So far, I'm liking Minuteman. There's some like technical things with it that, you know, definitely a older HGUC kit, but overall, I mean, it's still pretty cool. Design-wise, it's cool. The head, you know, having the movable mono eye would be cool. The head is actually also not, with the really long nose thing going down, you can't really turn too much, but I guess I could always just take my tweezers and move the mono eye over. Oh, yes, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, not, that's the MSIA. They were a lot easier to get at the time than the HCM Pros. And I don't know, I don't necessarily dislike the HCM Pros, but their sizing is a little weird, even though they're proportionally a lot more accurate, but they're much harder to get at the time. Okay. Now, where is my wonderful lining marker? This part I will probably not actually honestly be able to see, but it makes me feel better. I always appreciate a clean panel line. Aw, Catman's asleep on this cat tree. He's mad because I got stuff all over my desk, so he can't lay on my desk. Truly isn't anything different, but with the plates being there and me moving them, he can't lay in that spot because it's normally where he lays. You could say it's time to party. Alright. C6 and C5. I have those on top because I just used them. I really like these shoulders too. Chunky kits, it's a hard thing to like. Some of them I like, some of them I don't like. This one's definitely in the like category though. Very 80s vibe since that's kind of, you know, when it came out. Yeah, the HCM Pros, for such a tiny, not heavily weighted figure, their joints were a little wonky. They were never like super tight. I'd rather have them super tight than not tight at all. There we go. Yeah, no, I'm super pleased with everything I've gotten from Gundam Garage so far. And I'm super excited to get the real grade Tall Geese too. Like, hella excited. Now I'm paying attention to how I hold the razor. It's now I don't even know if I'm doing it the same way as I was before. I dug a little deep on that one. There we go. A little deep on that too. There we go. Pretty pleased with how that one got blended. Zeta, I thought you defeated the packaging last time and you opened it up, you're like, yo, it's not like I was in that video. I was like, oh. Ooh, yeah, man. It's gonna feel wrong at first, but you know, we'll never probably get one. So you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Is this just gonna become a thing now, where it's just like, who can, you know, we'll buy kits and be like, okay, we're gonna beat this box up as hard as we can, and then we're gonna eventually get broken kits. Yeah, that tug use of the angel wings. Yeah. What are you gonna do for the lance? I know, like, I think the Jinx would probably be the closest design-wise. Or are you gonna kind of skip the Lance Minuteman? And about time to do some more white. See if the marker works, and if it doesn't, then I'll bust up the paint plate. Actually, I think I threw the last one away, so I'll grab another paint plate, because I didn't intend on painting this. I was hoping my marker would work, but it did not. I did for a little bit. This is probably where the brush tip probably comes in handy. Okay, hold on. Where? M80s. Yeah, I didn't think about the third-party ones. I thought about the IBO one, but oh, interesting. But the IBO one with like having the gun handle, I don't know, I just felt kind of a little bit weird about. I did have one at one point, and I think I cannibalized it for some reason, or I think I tried to mod it and I broke it at the time. Hey, Morgan, what's up? Yep, nope, I'm gonna have to paint this now, because I just had... I don't think they paint these in the actual line art. No, they don't. I'm gonna paint, yeah, the GNXs are pretty solid. These little knobs here on the end of the shoulder, since they point out, remind me of the little lights that planes have on the end of the wings. I might paint those red and green. It'll be kind of flat though, so I might have to wait until I get a... I might do chrome and then try to find like a clear or semi-clear green and red. I don't know the ones I have right now are bright enough, honestly. Oh, those are looking clean, I like that. Time to hit the music again. I should probably change this. Is there a better... I can't wait for this to go live so I can get hit with the copyright claims. I've been playing a little bit. I actually jumped back into PUBG, speaking of video games. And I've been watching a bunch of Pat from Castle Super Beast, a bunch of his VODs, or his archive videos. And been playing a bunch of Mini Metro too. I say a bunch, but game's kind of hard. I don't know. Kind of. What are your top picks out of your backlog, Spawn? A Dinny. What is a Dinny? Morgan wrote. I feel like I should understand that, but don't. What those look like on the line? Oh, okay, those are black, so. This is probably awful. Yeah, Zeta, that's oh, Dendrobium, haha. Much easier said than done, my friend. Instead of that temperature change today, it just killed my throat. I thought about making myself some more tea, but that's a whole process. It's actually not hard, just pop a cup under the Keurig. But whatever. Alright, that should be fine. If you want something quick, probably the Atlas. The Real Grey Tall Geese is pretty quick too, honestly. I'd say probably either one of those would be pretty solid. And I know the Tall Geese is, and I've heard a bunch of good things about the Atlas, so I kind of assume. Zeta, I haven't watched that one. I went on a binge of a bunch of Conan videos, but just like all those videos where he's trying to. I think there's two different ones. One of them was employee reviews, and the other one was layoffs because of the government shutdown. And he's like, "Who do I fire?" And everyone's like, "Jordan Schlansky." And I didn't know who that was until those videos, and now I do. Not that I really should have. He doesn't really actually show up a lot on the show that I know of. Oh, okay. Well, that'll happen. That's going to go in the head so that I know to watch it later. Do want to thank Dan the Plastic Man, AMVE Music, Valletta, and Ryan or Squiddy for subbing. Okay, and let's see here. What's that other part? C. It's not a C plate, and that's 4. There's 4 there. Big old flap. And I'm gonna have to paint. It's not gonna bother me, but that's like a whole thing. Luckily, I can use the manual. What do you guys do with like your manuals and boxes? I pretty much just like Catman will have his way and roll around in them, flatten them, and then I throw them away. At least on the boxes. But I haven't I don't think I've kept. I think I might have a few manuals still. Yeah, this poor like Jordan Schlansky. Yeah, he's got to be in on it, but still. These clip on. Thought about that. I did have like a couple of ideas project-wise, and at one point way back, my mom had taken an old suitcase, like what you think of as like 50s, 60s era suitcase, and paper mache'd it with like all the instruction part, and then cut out the actual Gundam and put it on there. I think there's 4 different ones, but it's pretty cool. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. That's a cool way to organize that. Yeah, boxes. I wish I could think of something cool to do with the boxes, but it doesn't look like there's an answer for that, unfortunately. Alright, B4, B8, and B9. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some white or the gray out, and then that's cool. I like that. I used to, way back as well, when I was new enough in Gunpla that I didn't have too many boxes, I would take the back of the box put a tack in it and tack it to the wall and then put the front of the box on, so it looked kind of like it was like a floating shelf type setup. And those were always cool, but couldn't really put anything in them or on them, so it's like I just put them around the wall where it met the ceiling. That's cool, but that's just like a lot of work, and then it kind of looks cluttered, and it's a whole thing. I might just chrome those up, but I do want to paint the thrusters inside the shoulder here differently. Oh, so it's like I hold the knife alright, but it's like that I put my hand right here so I can just go whee. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm super hard cutting towards myself. Interesting. Huh. That binder has got to be crazy thick, Lucas. I wouldn't have thought of that, but I need to get, I've seen people like 3D print them, but those like racks for the thing, the runners. Words are hard. Yeah, I don't know, 5 inches, yeah, the 3-inch binder got big real quick. There we go. Doubled its size. I'm trying to think now, I feel like there are some things I do cut towards my thumb on, but I want to say there's a one point way back where I got myself pretty good. Interesting. I've thought about doing that before, Zayde, especially to paint, but I'm the king. If I can find something easier, even if it's not as good, I'll do it, which is problematic. But it's been a minute since I've used my airbrush, because I have to do it outside, it's the whole thing, gotta mix paint, yeah. But hand brushing is a little bit better, a little bit easier, even though now I'm like, oh god, I don't want to go grab the thing and do the thing. I am the laziest individual. And let's pop these shoulders on this boy. Shoulders are popped on, and we have a mobile suit. Kind of. Thanks for stopping by, Dan. Yeah. I kind of do it as I build. Sometimes I'll take a kit like off the shelf and go back and paint it, but I usually try to do it all in one go. I don't like to mess around with that. Except for top coating, that one's usually like an afterthought. That makes sense. PC-10. And what piece do I need? C3? C3. Bicep piece. For the most part, Scooty, I do kind of the same thing. Like, I'll put paint and stuff in, but like, I'm not gonna like typically overhaul something like kill me. Let's get something close, like the Vidar here. Like, you know, he's got some touch-ups and stuff, but I didn't like totally overpaint him. I actually need to go back and top. There's so many things like I mean to top coat and I forget to do it. I was gonna do it this weekend, but did not happen. Next weekend, maybe, if it's warm enough. Probably doubt it will be, but we'll see. Tupperware, it's a smart idea too. I use, like, at least for the accessories and everything, I typically use like little jewelry bags to hold them in, and then just throw them in a bigger, it's actually a toolbox I've got that's got all my Gundam, my extra Gunpla pieces, and I did that. No, I didn't. I did that right. Yeah, next week is the podcast. We need a topic list. Anyone got any good topic ideas for the podcast? I have a few I would like to throw in that aren't really Gunpla related, but I showed off more of those Gundam Universe pictures at Toy Fair. See, that's like I just can't do that. Like, I can't like partially build a kit. Like, I have to do it in one go, and then if it's like I'm gonna paint it in one go. Sometimes, like I said, the Vidar was a special one because I went back and changed that a couple of times. Yeah, that'd be a good idea, Spawn. Like, what everyone's preference is. Do they paint beforehand, after, during? Do they airbrush? Do they hand paint? Do they not brush? What kind of paint they use? Do they have a preference? Like, people will crucify me for this, but I find actually, like, I'm getting more snobby about it as time goes on, but you know, I still have a bunch of like just regular folk art acrylic paint like this that I use, honestly. A little bit of thinner goes a long way with it, so that helps, like just a little bit. But I also like I think the most, like, once I start replacing paint, it's going to be the Vallejo. A lot of it's pre-thinned, which is nice. And nothing wrong with like Mr. Hobby or Tamiya, but as much as I dry brush, I just don't like messing with them. Yeah, Vallejo I'm super pleased with. Like, I don't dislike the Mr. Hobby in particular, with it being it's not lacquer, it's whatever. There's acrylic, there's something, and there's lacquer. I can't remember what the middle one is. Enamel. I don't like enamel paint. Like, even with it thin, I had a bad experience with it once, and that's probably why. The other Tamiya is alright. It's just not being pre-thinned bothers me, because I try to do as little work as possible. Is that really how that fits on? That's a super weak. Did I do that right? That feels like it goes way too far down. It sticks out of the arm. Maybe that pushes back up once I put something else in there. So yeah, look at that. Probably barely see it. Yeah, the Vallejo Mecha, really solid. Pretty much all the Vallejo paint, honestly. like I use their gray as base coat for like almost everything. I haven't used it in an airbrush yet because I just like how it dry brushes, but I'd have to say the Tamiya is pretty good in an airbrush. It's just like mixing the paint and everything, like it goes on really good, but there's stuff I've dry brushed and I'm like, yeah, I like that just as much visually after the fact as stuff I've airbrushed. So I'm like, yeah, there's some idea, like some projects I'm like, I'm going to airbrush this, and then there's others like, whatever, I did, it's not gonna matter. Hey babe, that little shot glass I have in the kitchen sink, will you fill that a little bit up with water and bring it to me? Yeah, like Tamiya is just like super good. Like I cannot. Thank you. Oh, this is gonna be for paintbrush. Oh, okay. That's like I'm taking shots of water out here as it's happening, guys. I'm getting paint brushes because I'm gonna need really fine tip ones so I don't screw this up. The one thing I do dislike about the Vallejo, which is a super nitpicky, stupid thing, is since I use a lot, because like a bunch of my old paint is this Fulcar. I think this is the newest bottle I bought, and this is a couple months old now. It's super easy, like without having to get a plate or anything, to just screw the cap off and just use paint in the lid, which I know is also kind of a travesty, but shots. Sorry, Squiddy, the HGUC Dreissen, the unicorn version. Here, actually, put it up to the screen so you guys can kind of see what's going on. You see that the chest thing is getting a little white, but yeah, like the Vallejo, since the cap is all pointed like that, it's like, ugh, I can't really do that, which bums me out a little, but honestly, like, it's whatever. Like, it's not a huge deal. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like, I can't wait to get to the sleeves things on the wrists, because those I'm excited for. Where did I put the rest of the Vallejo paint? It's squished somewhere. I'm actually having a hard time remembering where it... Did I knock all of it in the floor? I did not. I don't know what I did with it. That actually legitimately concerns me. There's... Did I put it here? No, I didn't open this except to get the nippers. What did I do with it? I have gone crazy. Well, that's going to be a problem. That is unfortunate. I put them somewhere. I see where I put them. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go grab that paint and fill up my water. I guess you're not wrong. There we go. For the white, I'm going to be using the Tamiya, not the Tamiya, the Vallejo Cold White. It's kind of not an off-white, but it's kind of close, and then I might use some gray on some details. But yeah, let me go. I'm back. Guy notes paint. Huh, interesting. I'll have to look at the Gaia notes. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna actually be right back as well. I am back, folks. Okay. So this is the thing that worries me. Where's actually, you know what? Where's that sticker sheet? The sticker sheet comes in handy once again. Put just a little bit on there. Volks USA. Oh, I guess I'd do before and after. The bottom is now white, so you can kind of see the difference here. Which actually works as kind of a base coat, so it's kind of a unique advantage, I guess. This this actually coats pretty well. It's a little sloppy again. There we go. It's actually fairly clean. I'm about to get to the forearm, so I'll be using this again. And time to find some more chill grooves. Yeah, actually, here we go. Down, down. Jazz hop. Oh, interesting. I had no chopper. Have they put a 6-inch scale Ezra out yet, Zeta? Actually pretty good, since I used the white marker. It worked kind of as a base coat. Oh, yeah. And it's pretty good. Pretty defined. There's a little bit of a mess in there, which is dramatic, and I'll probably have to put another coat on it just to solidify it, but my hands are shaky from all this paint I've done today. Alright, and PC13, grab 2 of those. Yeah, I was kind of figuring that this was going to be, the wrists aren't as bad because they're not molded in as dark of a color, but it's still going to be kind of a thing. What was I looking for? D5. Fiv. There we go. Oh, the Mandalorian, the spray paints. I can't remember her name. Sabine. Yeah, I've got a Sabine. I had a Kanan for a while, but I think I might have sold him in a lot. I just really wish like Figure Arts would come out with like some of those, because that'd be cool. Like a Figure Arts Kanan would be rad. I like the design. Side note, thanks for the Phasma and everything. You are gonna get something back, Zeta, by the way. I actually do have a an airbrush Rat Pack. I'm trying to think of what. I can't even remember. It's been a minute. Got an Iwata and a. It's the brand that starts with a P. I think it's Pascal Pashell, something like that. So I actually have 2 airbrushes, and I've got a tank with a reservoir on it, but I just, like, there's nothing wrong with it, and it does paint better. It's just not as convenient sometimes, so I don't use it near as often. That's not the right side. This is the right side. How do I put this in here? Okay. Yeah, and like, there's only 3 kits I think I've ever 100% fully airbrushed, and they do look really good, but it's just like, yeah, your boy's lazy. That's all it comes down to. No, Zeta, I know, but I was like, I gotta do something. Plus, I was doing a bunch of planning for other things for other people, so I figured. I did really appreciate that, by the way. But yeah, the whole, like, even if they did have really good pre-thinned paints, setting everything up, getting all the pieces out there, because I have to do it outside, because all the windows we have a screen on, and our apartment's like, you can't, like, I mean, other things in the apartment are messed up, so it wouldn't be a big deal, but I also don't have any place to put a vent hood, so maybe one day, but that day is not anytime soon. Where is the next set of pieces? 2 and 3, right? And PC6. Like, it'd be cool to airbrush inside, but at the same time, it's just not like even if I had it inside, honestly, I probably would still just hand brush. So it's just more convenient. And on most, like, white's probably the worst, because, like, trying not to leave brush strokes in that is near impossible. You can do it, and I've seen some magicians pull it off, but I'm not at that level quite yet. And it doesn't help that I've taken a pretty good break from painting anything, mainly because I haven't built anything. Like, the DJ is still sitting down here in this stack I've got next to me. Oh, come on. Actually, what do you guys think on the tubing on the forearms here that I think pops out? I think you can see it. You've got to be able to, at least when, I guess you may not be able to see this tubing, but I'm going to paint it anyway, because I paint tubing, and that's what I do. Should I do silver, or should I do kind of like a bronze color? Alright, so let me switch back here. PC6. I have no idea what's going on in the Discord right now, BT dubs. Oh, absolutely. Let's open the floor. Anyone have questions about, like, how bronze, okay, Gundam Garage works, or any ideas or anything like that? Any suggestions? We are here. Lucas, the main guy of Gundam Garage, is here to answer the questions. And I probably won't know the answer, but if I do, I will try to help. It really kind of bums me out that these probably aren't going to be seen, which kind of blows, but that's alright. I'm still gonna paint it. Like, tubes can't not be painted, or, like, done with something with, even if it's just panel lining. You gotta do something. I'm also doing this super messy. Boom. You can see it there. Lucas, is this the investors meeting for the year? We're gonna go over financials of Q1. I would say something that I might be kind of in the minority on this, but, and I know it's kind of a like growing thing, but like I mostly build high grades, and like the selection, not that it's bad by any means, but it could be bigger, but like that's I know that's kind of, you guys are working towards that. I kind of want to put that out there. There we go. Another question. This is a kind of a left field one. You guys ever thought about carrying like any of the robot Damashi figures or anything? Oh, okay. At least like that's up to like the standard. It's not like you're kneecapped by that. So that is hard to do though. Like, it's only 40 kits, so it's gotta be like, boom. You gotta like, get it. You gotta jump on it. I should not have done this in this order. How do I, okay, so this goes up. Where's the, there we go. Try not to touch the bronze I painted. I have common stock to make them pixels. Oh, weird. Yeah, I've noticed that like Amazon can be pricey. Am I doing this backwards? I don't think so. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, but that, hold on, am I? Okay, no, I'm not crazy. I was straight doing it wrong. Where am I? Damn it. What am I doing? Oh, I just touched it. On the plus side, I guess you won't be seeing this part. So yay. Yeah, that makes sense, Lucas. One day we'll, oh god, what did I just do? Get all those kits. So I knew that's kind of like a growing thing, but I was kind of curious. Why can I not? Like, I'm trying to be delicate with not touching certain parts. There we go. What I'm gonna have to do to force this together. Alright, it's not awful. I see the bronze there. It's It's not super in focus, but the burning questions. I really hope I'm not doing this backwards. I feel like I'm doing this backwards, but the manual might not be leading me wrong. And by manual, I mean myself, because I'm kind of dumb sometimes. Come on. You can do it. You can fit. There you go. We're cooking on the gas now. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, I'd have to say, like, everything I've received has been in phenomenal condition. I mean, Squiddy and Zeta over here trying to break the boxes as hard as they can. But, I mean, we probably could. Like, don't go overboard. Like, don't light the box on fire. That wouldn't be good. Put a little bit more on this. A little bit more white paint. Let's go back and touch up. Black, but that's also going to be kind of difficult. Oh, damn it. Ah, it's going to bother me. There we go. It's definitely the manual. Okay, Zeta, this is how you do it, though. Open it, take the kit out, re-tape it, and be like, hey, listen, I'm going to catch this on fire and see how long it lasts. And then you put something like, I'm telling this in the worst order possible, you should put something in there that's fairly flammable. I mean, I know cardboard is, but you don't put gasoline or anything. It's crazy, but oh my god, this is getting way sloppier as time goes. This paint's also drying out very quickly because of the lamps. And then it's going to be a grand fire and be like, just kidding, I took the kit out. Worst order a kit, you're like, nah. AM. Guilty Crown, what's AM? I feel like I should know what that means, and I don't. I feel bad about it. Alright, Zeta, you melt that kit down. Yeah, that got a lot worse. So I'll wait till I touch that up a little bit to show you guys, because that looks bad. Like, the white's in a good place, it's just in too many places. I wonder, I don't know if it would work, but I wonder if, like, on the page, like, depending on how often you do, like, inventory increases or change of inventory or something, if, like, you can run, I mean, it'd be really hard pull, because it's, like, there's a lot of options, then it's like, okay, just put comments, and you gotta search and count the comments, so, there's probably a way to do something similar to that, though. I would imagine. I would hope. Oh, actually, I know what I could do. Brilliant. Gotta get those Gatlings. Now the question is, do I paint the barrels of the Gatling or not? Because I want to, but I don't know if I will. And this goes on the side closest to that. I kind of want to paint them, but it's going to be kind of hard. I might leave them. I mean, worst case, I could always just take the pieces off. that differently. I'll leave it for now. I'll end up painting it probably, but for now, we have bigger concerns. These forearm pieces that gotta get painted. I think it's done my blackout. Okay. Zeta, I look forward to the fire video. Are you gonna light it on fire, or are you gonna like use a torch or something to try to catch it on fire from a distance? Like a butane torch, or you'd always do the old super irresponsible can of aerosol spray in the lighter. Yeah, I remember Zeta when Build Fighters Try, I think, was just like had just started airing, or had gotten maybe halfway through its run, and I went to one of the local meetups, and one of my friends was like, "I'm gonna take one of the Build Burning Gundams, or whichever ones they are, and fill all the clear pieces with lighter fluid and then light them." I don't think he ever did that, but that'd have been a cool effect for all of 3 seconds before it melted the rest of the plastic. I mean, it's a solid idea in theory, Zeta, but I don't know that it would last long enough to get a picture. If you lit it and had the camera on a timer as you lit it, you might be able to get a shot. I would maybe say as well, Lucas, I mean, I don't know, like, I know it's a whole thing, but, it would be kind of cool to have a different way of navigating the website, like, not necessarily, like keep the whole member section and everything, and kind of keep it sectioned off, but maybe have an easier way to like filter through real grades, high grades, stuff like that in the future when it's, you know, like real big and you gotta go through page to page, but like that, like in the future maybe. That's a good way to do it, Zeta. Especially for stuff like this night lasts long. or if you're trying to drift around a figure, multiple camera angles are necessary. That's it. You can see the light outline on that really well, surprisingly. I know it's probably like fairly difficult to do though from like a coding perspective, I assume. But that would be cool in the future. Oh, haha. I ruined your big surprise, Ada. My bad. It was the logical next step though. Chainsaws, hockey sticks, fire. Crane thingies, fire. It's a little messy, but I can go back and fix that. Not as bad as the chest. The chest is in rough shape right now. Oh, as is that. It's a bunch of paint. There we go. See this thing, just do I paint black or do I just use the marker? No, I'll paint. That'd be easy. I don't need another brush though. All of my nice fine tip brushes are kind of jank, but that's alright. Oh yeah, okay, I see you put it in the Discord. I kind of want to use a bigger brush than this, and I'm not gonna actually know. I'm gonna try something first. Where's the there it is. I'm gonna try this on the chest. I'll show you why. Oh, yeah, you can't see the mess, but it does exist. It's rough looking too. No, this marker was designed to do, but it will work for the time. So you can kind of see the difference there, maybe a little bit. Not really. Yeah, I'll check it. Save it. Boomsy out here with his graphic design knowledge. Oh no, I got black on the white. What is wrong with me? What is life? It's also the laziest possible way I think I could do this, but there we go. Now the rest of it I will probably paint because that's a much bigger area. It would be kind of like, this is just a weird concept. Possibly maybe doing, like, it would take more work by all means, but I think it'd be cool to, like Amazon will have the, kit, and then they will make it a transparency, so it's just a blank background. It'd be cool if we could, like, if there's a way to post the kit, take a picture of it in the same, like, pose it is in the box art if it's possible, and do that. But that's a lot of work for a very, like, minute difference. I just think it would be cool. Yeah. I'd say the box art is not, like, bad by any means. Like, but it does make, like, some of the lining difficult, just because, like, a lot of master grade boxes are going to be different shaped than high grades and real grades. But yeah. Not seed boomsy. That's the question answer session. We gotta hit. This is the quarterly stockholders meeting. Before the end of the, I guess technically. It's coming to the end of Q1, I suppose. There we go. Bam! See, the nice thing is the webcam does not portray how poorly this is going. There we go. Exactly, Zeta. Everyone looks great in 240p. I could say this is a master class in painting if I scale the resolution down hard enough. Oh, I don't need more black. Now, for the fun part. see, that is not master class. It is very difficult to do. Yeah, see, I'm going for aesthetic here. Crotch shots. Oh, that'll be your website. I was trying to think of, like, but you can't see my crotch from here. Like, what are you talking about? You guys are crazy. That's probably blowing everyone's ears out. I'm sorry. Ah, my foot. Ah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you look at a Roselle and you're like, "Yep, that's all I needed to know." Is that the gray one? That's the black one. Okay. We'll see. Close up, that doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look Streams live builds arms for like an hour and a half. A little sloppy, but it's getting there. I think those are gonna be different colors though. Okay. Pretty good, other than like only having a very small portion of a build. Very like what you'd expect out of a UC kit, like an early-ish UC kit. Very unicorn era. It's not bad by any means, but like there are some outdated things on it. But still really like it's a really striking design, and proportionally everything's good, so that's good. Everything's easy to put together. There's not a lot of weird parts. Seam lines aren't really bad. Let's see, I doubt it actually is going to pop out. Yeah, no, I mean, being a chunky boy, it makes sense. It's not going to be very agile or articulate, but it's still pretty good so far. like, where did the gray one go? Yeah, I saw Charlie had built his and said it was actually really good. I'm still not on Team Gustav Karl, but it's alright. Two hours in and I have the torso built. Doing good. Okay, I didn't even know that white. Where'd it go? Coming together. I saw that the Arjarja the other day at a hobby town. I thought about it, but I was like, nah. Like against the kit, I'm just like, you know, like there are other kits that are higher up on my list. I like the really the rapier style sword though. It's really cool. I'm surprised it took this long to get one, considering like the Yanko version from Build Fighters came out a while back. GK. I'm trying to think of what. Yeah, I can't think of it. What's GK? We talked about this earlier, and I don't remember what it is now. Or maybe we didn't. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm very possibly crazy. I'm actually going to use a toothpick to get those details. Yeah, it's very Mickey D's feeling. I feel like though if you put just like a matte top coat on it, it'll look pretty alright. And it kind of helps the color scheme out a little bit. Carl Gustav, I knew it. I knew we mentioned it, and I was trying to think, I was like, we talked about this kit. Let me grab some toothpicks. Hi. Hi, Biscuit. Catman's waking up. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, you've made no progress since I went to sleep. There we go. That looks a lot better. It's a lot cleaner. Toothpick to save the... okay. I see a red pack. No, unfortunately. No, the latest showing, it starts before I get off work. I also live vicariously through everyone else who sees the narrative. Until it eventually comes out on either a streaming service or Blu-ray, if the Blu-ray is not ungodly expensive. It's a little rougher, but it's getting there. Yeah, I'm sure they'll put it somewhere. Here we go. Winter Essentials hip hop. I don't know what that means, but radical. Let's go. Oh, there we go. There we go. I have to say, not bad on this one. The PC joint that holds the wrist in is a little, I mean, I should have trimmed it down, but yeah, let's just stick it out a little bit. Yeah, and a little bit super cool. Yeah, those old Zoid kits, crazy expensive. Fun fact, until you top coat it, if you get paint on just raw plastic, you can scratch that bad boy off with a fingernail. And then I'll go ahead and paint this, because I don't like seeing just all this white interspersed. Nah, you can't really see that. It's just really more of a nitpick on my part. longest part of this kit is gonna be the arms. Specifically these, because these are gonna take, like, they're almost done, but I think I've spent a good half hour painting these, maybe. Touch up will be fine. Yeah, if y'all aren't in the Discord, of course, like, pop in. It's super active. We've got a bunch of different, like, sub chats in it. I don't know what, I guess categories. Be the proper title, but yeah, they're pretty cool. See Boom, Zeta, Lucas is in there. I'm in there, of course. Onion Slayer, Squiddy, a bunch of people in there. What do you guys think? Should I chrome up the gun barrels on the forearms? Yeah, I had this green tea with honey earlier. I'm gonna start drinking honey straight out of the bottle. Just blow it up. That should be dry enough. I should be able to. Actually, why don't I just do this? Chrome. Alright, I will chrome those up. Good news is I'm nearly done with the arms now. Set that down, do the next one. Boom. Okay. Where's that? There we go. That's good enough. All right. There we go. There we go, yeah. Push it further back and you get them to stick out more. I need to actually no, I'm just going to use the marker again. It's not a big difference, but it is enough of a change. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. Something loose. Oh, no. Wow. Okay. Now that I spent like 1 billion years on that, it's back to actually building the kit. D20 and D21. Wait, which one's that? Those are the 3 D20 and 21. Yeah, these are the old style UC hands as well. They're 2 separate pieces. Not nearly bad, just like if you have a weapon that has the pagan, it's a little harder to change out. But they're not bad construction. They're actually pretty tight. And for oversized things, that does help. Build the rest of them when I get down to that. Oh, well that's frustrating. I forgot to put a PC joint in this wrist. That's not pleasant. Come on. There we go. Okay. Excellent. From there we go. Okay. Of course, this one fits together very well. There we go. Hand rack. Like, kind of like what Figma in something like the anime version Damashi have. Like, it's just that little rack with the pegs on it you pop on. This comes with that? I know that. I kind of assumed that was a kind of like a Max Factory kind of thing. So I'd never seen, I don't think any of the figure arts have ever actually done it. Not that I can think of, at least. I know a couple of kits have done like the stand that has the little extra peg space on it, but there we go. That big old fist. Huh. Interesting, I didn't know that. I did not know that they... This kit specifically, or... I can't think of any other kit that's done that. That's actually really cool. Huh. Interesting. He's looking alright, guys. I kind of do want to change the coloration up here on the shoulders just to give it more, like, a bit like maybe paint this top part up here, this section, into like a gray or something to give it a little bit more variation, but I don't know. That is a thought for another day. Oh, to the backpack. Cool. Oh, no, not to the backpack. I was kind of thinking, it's like, it shows the backpack assembled. How do I build it? Nothing. Like, it would be crazy hard to figure out, probably, but I'd like to know what joints I put in there. Alright, time for the transition from page 1. Okay, time for the feet. Interesting. I'll have to see. It might be on the thing. It might still be on the doohickeys. The runners. Oops. Let's put this guy back over here. And where are the nippers? There are the nippers. And I need... Oh, actually, need them over here so I can see the page. C2, 11, 12. Aw, Biscuit, you turn the other way. Like, yeah, you're annoying. Biscuit, that's accurate. There we go. Pretty simple foot build. That's kind of nice. Not that I have anything against like really complicated feet, but you gotta love something about just a big, bulky foot. There's a lot to do down there, so for now, that's gonna stay blank. B3, A8. A8 is over here. Got some more of this navy coming back into the mix. I'll see that in a minute. And what was the other one? B3? That's this one. B3. And the purple. Clear purple. More purple. You know what I'd really like to see a kit of? This is kind of off topic, but with all the Ava talk and everything, got me thinking about other mechs. They're not like crazy awesome or anything, but the mechs from Buddy Complex were actually really cool. Like, they're very kind of 00 flag-esque in a lot of ways, and some of them weren't. Those were cool. As for the stuff from Aldino Zero. Where is the marker? It's pretty good. Buddy Complex is like the you can tell it's Sunrise wasn't making a Gundam show, and they're like, oh god, what do we do? And it was not a it wasn't a smash hit. It wasn't bad, but it was definitely like kind of the, oh, this is the off-season Gundam. Okay. Mech designs are pretty cool. They made a couple of figures for the Aldino kits, but Aldinoa kits. Suits, rather. But they're super expensive. Cool looking, though. PC9 and PC8. Bunch PC9 in this. Also picked up the I don't know, I've just been like seeing reviews and pictures of the Shining Break for some reason just has me super into the Shining Break, even though I think it was on one of the Smash Pass and Trashes, and I think I trashed it, or at least passed on it. I don't know, I didn't select it. But something about it, it's got like enough extra pieces you can build the entire torso over again. And I'm thinking I have another PC, like enough PC pieces left. I might be able to put it in there and just switch them out. I think that would be cool looking. D18, D19. That one got a nub on it because I just twisted it off. Didn't nip it because reasons. There we go. Alright. And let me trim this. There. And PC8 goes on here. Alright. That means PC9 goes in here. PC8. Right there. PC9 right here. If I can get it in there. It'd be cool if Bandai branched out into that, kind of like they did for the Full Metal Panic kits. Oh, that's complex. That's actually not that complex. It looks complex. kind of like what I like about big chunky kits is not overly complex. They can be a quick build. I know this one's not because of the paint, but had I not stopped and painted, I'd be nearly done by now. Yeah, those Aldino kits are really, like, they're such good designs. I really just wish. The only thing I'd say with those is that, like, worries me in any kind of kit context is, and this is like a lot of mechs, I don't understand necessarily as to why this is the case. A lot of them make really small feet, and they're super jank. Okay, I can kind of see that. But yeah, anything with small feet, like even the Full Metal Panic stuff, it's better than the Damashi were in terms of like feet not toppling or not being big enough to support it, but it's a thing. Like, those are rough. Like, they're better, but they're still, like, in the Aldino kids probably have a similar fate. Alright. Oh, okay, good. Oh, shit, I was. Damn it. I honestly do need to buy a part separator instead of using a hobby knife. I wonder if I can fit it in there. Come on. No, I haven't. Okay. Time to bust this puppy apart. I really do need to buy a part separator. Like, this happens way too often for me to not have one. I just need one side to come off. Come on. There we go. I'm super glad I didn't lose anything because I was like, oh, yep, this is gone. Nope. There we go. Alright. Now to handle the same, at least this one I did not as good of a job on, and it was already kind of loose. Let's click that back together. Damn it. I can see that. I could definitely see some similarities in those designs. Small feet. Or weird feet, depending on. Well, you went... Like, Double O is definitely not like super robot by any means, but compared to Full Metal Panic, I don't know, the Full Metal Panic has some, it's like telekinetic power, what? Or motion, I can't remember what the shit happens in Full Metal Panic. The Lambda driver and all that. Okay. There we go, making some progress. And D1. I'm going to chrome up these thrusters later. It's your boy. It's tired. But I'm going to build this. I'm going to finish it. At least with these coming out, it's a little easier to... Oh, hold on. How do these go? Okay, no, this is right. It's an interesting design on these. Having the bolt. Yeah, I could see a lot of that. Like, especially like the first part of Age, where we see like the weird different factions, the weird mafia mobile suits, or whatever they are. I can't remember what they are. But yeah, those are out there. But I can see that, like, kind of in them, especially that one with the sword. 15 and 16, so... Oh, hi, Catman. You big stretch. That's also kind of a series. Like, it wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. Like, I wish we could get... We got a fair amount of the Age kits, but there's still some that's like... That'd be really cool to get. I didn't get as shafted as IBO. Like, IBO, it got a bunch of high grades, which is cool, but it didn't get really... It got no master grades, which is kind of odd. I will eventually see a master grade for Betis, but... Nah. Not gonna lie, I was doing that earlier, before I started painting on the other stuff, with Common Rider figures. This dude definitely isn't gonna be wishing around, though. Like, this chunkity chunk of a chunk is really chunky. Oh, there's another piece that goes in here, which is on the D plate. Hi, Catman. Are you watching me? Say, yep. I am. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. In the top, that one goes, 'cause it's done. Oh, Biscuit, what are you doing? Biscuit. Okay. Kind of confused on where this is supposed to go. Oh, it's because I put them on. I'm an idiot. Okay, these go on the outside, right? Oh, they're there. Okay, that's easy. Okay. Boom, we have a leg. Probably build this on camera instead of off to the side of it. There we go. Big chonkosaurus. This guy is a big chungus, but it's relevant memes. B2C8. Come here, B-plate. Yeah. It's in separate pieces, but yeah. Like, the frame exists. Did I get both of those out? I did. Are we about done with C1? We almost done with this plate. Chonkosaurus. Coming up with terms today. And C2, which would make sense because it's the smaller of the two. Blam. Oh. so my foot gets caught in them. Yeah. They're comfy though. Oops. A little deep on that one. And that one. Sorry, at least it matches now. And that one. Sure enough. Alright. Close enough. Pretty even on that one. Anyone, this is super off topic. Anyone gonna watch the Umbrella Academy show that's going up on Netflix? I think yesterday is when it went up, or today? I don't remember which one. But it should be up now, regardless. Yeah. Oh, okay, it's still going. I'm excited about it. I'm also excited that Jardway and Ray Toro got back together to do some music for the I don't know if it's actually going to show up in the show, but it's like themed around the show. I assume it'll probably show up in the show though, since, you know. Where'd my pin go? There we go. It's coming together, Crown. Yeah! Hazy Shades of Winter, and then they did the other one. I can't remember what it. Oh, it's gonna bother me that I don't remember what it is. It's really good though. I've listened to it a bunch. It's super exciting. It's like Jardway's solo stuff's alright. It's not bad. There's some really good songs he's done. But Ray Toro's not done a ton, and that kind of like bums me out because like after they broke up, like he had some good music coming out on SoundCloud, but yeah, they're really cool. They're real different, but they're really cool. Gives me kind of a like, I don't want to say super, but it's like I definitely feel like a little bit of a weird detached Watchmen vibe to it. A 1 and 4. I know I get super, yeah, Zeta, you know, we're on the same page. I would play those songs, but I know I get hella copyright stricken. I'm still super tempted anyway. I don't think YouTube can, like, stop it in real time. No, because I got a bunch of claims last time, or the time before. What PC joints do I need? 3 and 2. Super tempted to play those. But yeah, no, like, as soon as I heard that he was working on a graphic novel, I was like, okay, well, I've got to read it now. That's good. I had to go back and, like, reread it before I watched the show, though. It has been a minute since I've read anything. I know, right? Like, his first couple, I think he only released 2 or 3 songs, but they were, like, all of them were bangers. They were good. And it bums me out that he doesn't do stuff anymore. Maybe that's, like, what he's doing now is doing that. His, George is good, but... So, like, Action Cat wasn't a bad album, but... I don't know, it had a weird thing that wasn't bad by any means. Oh, wait, hold on. Are these the same piece? They are. That's what he did. It's like, that looks really chunky even for this guy. The chunkest of chunks. I don't know. I think I read them online at the time because they had a hell of a time finding them. Now that I live super close to Madness, I could probably find them pretty easy. But it's like, yeah. super cool. It's really funny, like, before My Chemical Romance was a thing, that's what Jar was doing. And then that went there, and then he's like, oh, hey, I'm going to write a comic again. And he did, sure enough. It was real good, or graphic novel, rather. There we go. The chunk is coming together. Come on. Does this not have knees? It doesn't. Are you serious? Undo this. I don't know what's going on in my head. Oh, I didn't. I super didn't know he did that. I knew he was like the writer beforehand, but I didn't know he was designing toys. Any, like, are they all for Umbrella Academy, or did he design stuff outside of that? And okay, so I guess those are the legs. Those are the legs, friends. We're getting there. Chonkosaurus on legs. That's it. Kit's done. Life built over. Alright, I need to move him over so I can make room. You know what? Hold on. This is gonna super get. We'll see. It's probably a bad idea, but whatever. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. I always thought before MCR he was I thought he was a writer, but I could be getting that confused with that, because I always thought he was a graphic designer too. No, that's right. I'm gonna listen to this because why not? And then I'm gonna open that too, because really, hopefully this doesn't get a super tick. Oh, I didn't know that. That is super weird though, that it was on like the weird jank Spider-Man and stuff like that. I kind of miss those to a like certain extent of like, where's like Arctic Suit Batman or Firefighter Spider-Man? Guys, let's do this. Let's come back to our basics, but like put them out in really high-end brands, which makes no sense. Yeah, this is gonna get super taken down. That's alright, I don't care. What was I doing? Where was I? Okay. Oh, I'm on tubing. Not tubing again. This is so good. What part do I need? 16. Oh, because that's a tube. I'm an idiot. What's that? A15. Okay, it's like, there's not a piece that looks like that here. Uh, 15. Okay, I was like, wait a second. I've already used a 16, but I was wrong. I looked at the wrong place. Yeah, that's cool. Because like a lot of those, like, there's a lot of really cool background information on them that like you just didn't get anywhere else. But maybe one day we'll get a book or something. Oh, this is kind of cool. They actually put, I mean, I know they're different because like how they're designed, but the front skirts on this are actually independent on the sprue, or on the runner. That's kind of cool. Almost just clipped off the ball peg though. That'd suck. Yeah, I know. We need more super weird Batman interactions. That just needs to happen. And you know, Spider, everyone needs some weird suits. Iron Man got a bunch of weird ones too, because he's like, oh, he needs this one and this, like, rescuer suit or something. It's like, what? Which makes kind of some more sense, but it's like, so with Batman. But Spider-Man, it's like, okay, really? Not gonna lie though, I'll take some weird Spider-Man tech. I'll take it. Which reminds me, there's still one day I will get the Mezco 112 Spider-Man, because it does actually look good looking. I'm not a huge fan of soft goods on stuff, which is why plastic models are great. But that actually looks really good. It doesn't look like pajamas. It looks phenomenal, but it's hella expensive. I think I just looked at it the other day on eBay, 'cause I think the only place I could find it. I was gonna look very hard, so that happened. But yeah, it's like at minimum it's $100, which I guess isn't awful. I don't poke myself in the eye. That sucked. Whoa. Orf. But yeah, no, I did $100, which is not bad for a Mezco. Like, that's pretty average pricing, 90, $100, but hella expensive comparatively speaking. I'm good with my Marvel Legends at this point. And what few... I got a figure arts, and I think I got one of the Mafex ones. Mafex one I think's in pieces though, because he's hella loose now. Actually, listening to music, I'm totally... Okay, cool. Yeah, I was super, like, I really disliked a lot of Rebel Tech design, and oh my god, I can't talk. Like, their joints, I hate the ratcheted joints they use, but like, all their recent stuff has been, like, it's been on point, it's been killer. Am I doing this wrong? What is shit doing? Am I blind? Okay, no, it's just, it's being kind of difficult. Come on. You can fit in there, biscuit. I don't know why I'm calling this a biscuit. Yeah, Gambit, their Wolverine looks pretty good. Their Spider-Gwen looks pretty good. Venom is actually, I have the knockoff Venom. He's actually very, very fun to play with. Yeah, we'll get some more claims, but that's alright. Let's go back to this. There was broke something, but he's going. It's one thing I don't miss about some of like the old school HGUC kits. They go in at such weird angles. Yeah, let's just line this up. There we go. Got it on. That's just super weird. Like, there you go. You line it up right, and it works pretty easy. But look at, this is actually really cool. Like, it doesn't show great on camera, so I'll have to do it later. But oh yeah, I'll see you later, Zeta. I'm about to probably end this as soon as I get this finished. Just getting soon. Haha. Where's that PC1? PC1. Let's feel it. It actually comes together very well. Kablam! Yeah, crowned. That Master Grade Dynamis. Yeah. That thing is. That has been on so many people's lists. MCR. My poor life. I feel that, Zeta. I feel that. Okay, let me see here. Probably shouldn't have done this in this order, but that's alright. There we go. He can stand on his own, so now I can just put him in front of the camera. There we go. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Took me a second there. Good night, Zeta. Alright, he's up and together. Time to make the backpack. A5. Come here. Okay, A5. And then put these together. What is that, PC9? Yeah, that makes sense. That's why there's a lot of them. There we go. Oh, sweet, actually. One more plate down. As soon as I clip out these beautiful. I only have 3 plates left, my friends, other than the PC plate, which doesn't count. Put that backwards. What? How is this working? Why do you not go to Gazelle? Feel it, don't force it. Hashtag feel it, don't force it. Such a chunky guy. This is kind of a small backpack, but I'm kind of into it. Chunkosaurus backpack. B5. Where are my nippers? There are my nippers. B plate's about finished. Oh, actually, interesting. This has some handguards that are purple. Oh no. aren't purple. Maybe they are, I'm crazy. They are. Okay, no, I'm crazy. Well, that will probably change. I will probably paint those a different color. Probably black. And on the fins, I'll probably turn it silver, and on the actual thruster looking thingy, I'll turn it silver too. Then I'll leave maybe the base of it purple, so that it still kind of fits. Yeah, crow. Or crown. This is what I've used before, but I'll like see if I can find some royalty-free ones that won't get a claim. I mean, it wasn't a bad thing, just they were running ads on them, which wasn't bad by any means, but I was like, okay, let's see if we can actually, let's finish this plate off too. Do it without those, but they're just really nice. They're just really chill. Oh god, where did it go? There it went. Okay. We only got 2 more plates left, and actually, I'm about to finish off this other D plate here. About to get built. Interesting, they skipped the step on where you put, oh, I guess, like, they don't need to show me to put these 2 very unique looking pieces together, but it's interesting. D38. 37. On here, yeah, sure enough. There we go. And what's that? D33? This super tiny piece. Which would have been better as a molded part, but that's alright. Whew. 3.5 hours in and I'm nearly done. I remember the days when it took me like an hour to build a high grade. Granted, I'd say maybe a third of that time was spent painting. 31 and 32. There we go. 32. Bazooka is done. Spinny things are done. Time to build hands and weapons. So actually, the D plate, I don't know what this 36 is here. Or that 29. Is that? Oh, I know what that is. That's for something else, I think. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, I know what those are for. So that's actually cool. They're different backpack connection, so you can connect the bazooka and the heat rod, or the staff thingy, the beam staff, whatever. I'm sure there's a better name for it, beam naganta. And that's technically already a thing. Well, the good news is these are pretty easy because they're solid pieces, so haha. I don't have to know what I'm doing here. I could have swore this thing had a heat rod, but I don't see it. I could be blind, but I mean, not that it really matters. Like, these beam effects are way cooler than the heat rod anyway, but still. What is that? That's for the heat rod. What are these extra tubes? Where did I miss these? Are these just extras? Oh, yep. I missed those. I missed tubes on the waist. That's gonna be fun. Let's see if I can slot them in without taking it apart, which is probably not gonna work, but you never know. Since they're slidey ones, maybe. And let's go ahead and take these hands apart. Okay, these are the ones that have the purple hand guards. Boom, almost done with the Dreissen. Pretty fun build overall. No, I do panel line, but I actually don't cut extra panels in. I've thought about it before, but I don't know that I trust myself to be good enough at it to do so. I think it would be bad looking. I think it's cool looking, but I have also got some plates for some claw plating, but I've never actually used them. I've used them for other stuff, funny enough, that's not Gunpla, but yeah. Is that, Crown, is that what you mean by panel scribing? Is like actually like etching panels in that weren't existing, or like panel lining? I like the staff better. I think it's cooler. Design, there we go. Oh, you do have to use one of these hands. Yeah, for the etching, yeah, I'd imagine. Thought about it before, but same deal with claw plating, is like I haven't thought about it. I have what I would need, but I just haven't gone through and done it. Some things I'd like to do it too, but there we go. Around to doing it. That's probably gonna hold real wonky, probably. Yep. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna hold. Little notches on there to help. That's pretty cool. Come on. There we go. Huh. So overall, the Chonkosaurus is pretty solid. The little machine gun gimmick is pretty cool in the forearm. You get the extra spinny things. Oops, come on. There we go. Get a cool bazooka. And overall, he looks pretty solid. Not a lot of leftover pieces. I mean, it makes sense because it's like a fairly unique kit. Oh, this is... It's the closed up stick. That's... Oh, why is it? Interesting. Oh, you can put just the beam saber thing in. Okay. I don't know what these are, though. Oh, no, I do. Never mind. I do. Okay. Oh, but overall, pretty good. It does look like a floss stick. I'd have to try some etching and see. I know this doesn't require some more paint, but I'm probably going to put some more paint on it. Nice. He's looking alright. The white and the black for the sleeves logos didn't turn out as rough. I actually think it ended up better on the Sinanju Stein. Actually, grab that. Oh yeah, I've got to pose it and send a picture to Pixel. Look at that crotch shot there. There we go. Come on, Stein. I think you kind of see, like, crayon, and yeah, like the detail's not the highest because of like it being webcam and everything, but they look pretty good next to each other. Like, this doesn't look outlandish or goofy or anything. It looks like it would be right in line as far as a sleeves mobile suit. I did. It's Mr. Sinanju. Oh god, Sinanju. I do have to say the Chonkosaurus Rex stands up significantly better. Come on. Oh, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. Do I have a... I do. I have a stand near me. Phenomenal. Oh, actually, this does have a stand port. Kind of hard to pose with Mr. Chonkosaurus, but doesn't look bad. Gotta angle that a little more towards the front, and maybe. Actually, well, he can't look down either, so that's kind of a. I'll try that though. Let me see if I can find a, you know, like a. There you go. He's retreating away from a incoming mobile suit or something. I have to say one issue. This floss stick does have a bunch of nubs on it to catch in the hand, but they don't work all the time. Yeah, he's a chungus. I really do wish the head articulated more. Like, it's not bad, but like, it does not move. Understandably because of the design, but like, it would have been cool to have a sliding eye gimmick in there for this, so it doesn't look so blank. Yeah. Alright. Let's see if I can. Other than just for the eye on this one, typically not crown. I usually try to paint as much as I can. This is why all the paint on this, like all the white is painted. But yeah, the eye on this guy is, since there's not any kind of like, at least with normal high grade eyes and stuff, there's something there to paint. Like there's a raised thing to make it look like the eyes are sticking out a little bit. But this one is just a flat piece of plastic. There's no separate thing. It's just you stick the eye onto that. Overall, he doesn't look bad by any means, though. He is hard to... He's a Chungus, so... Chungosaurus here. I find it interesting that the closed fists are, like, the back guard of the hand is a different color. He does have decent ankle articulation, though. There we go. You can kind of see how the arm separates there. The white and the black mismatch, so it looks like the barrels come out a little bit. I kind of wish there was a sliding mechanism in there, but for the time this came out, it definitely makes sense not to have it. But it would have been cool. Pretty cool though. Like overall, really chunky. There's a lot of detailing and stuff I'm probably gonna go back and do later. Oh, I've actually rubbed all the black off of those parts. I'll have to go back and paint those again. No, not bad though. I'll probably paint some of the knee stuff up. Pretty cool. I'll probably put some of the lights on here. Probably paint the thrusters red there. I think on the line art, yeah, there's red outlines in the shoulders, and just a little bit more red in a lot of these areas. Very double Zeta feeling. Again on the back thrusters. Overall, he's not bad though. I mean, he does, like, it is a little bit harder. It's like posing a dom. It's basically the same thing, but thank you. Thank you. I do feel like it went pretty well. Still some stuff to do, and it will look better once I put more paint into it. Because there's some pretty big areas to be like, okay, yeah, there's some detail there, detail there. But overall, it's pretty nice. I'm enjoying it. Oh, almost 4 hours. So much for building high grades fast. That painting though, it done me in. I want to go back and see like how long I took on that, because I bet I took a hot minute on that thing, on those arms and that torso. But that's what I like about the sleeves, man. It's like it pops. I like that. Oh, thank you, Boomsy. Crown. I'll probably keep this basic design. I'll probably just add like little hints of gray, maybe some black some other places. I might change some of like the bottom side armor here to a different color. I might touch up the purples. I do want to see if I can mod the head at all, so I can get any articulation out of it, because none is a little disappointing. But I also like how it sits very, it's very nestled in there, and I like that. But I don't know. I'll mess with it. I'll make a video, and I'll definitely put it on my channel, much like I did for the BR-Link custom. It is pretty cool. I liked that one. Really unique builds from the Double Zeta era. Oh, cool. Oh, that's super cool. Thank you, Lucas. 3 GP bases to give away for free using the discount code FREEGP during checkout. First come, first serve, and you must buy a model kit with it. But you buy a kit anyway. I mean, that's why we're here, to buy kits. Yeah, that's pretty cool. A GP base. Flight stands, always useful, even if they're for propping things up. It's definitely like this and the Bjorn Custom, both like kits that really need to be off the ground to be appreciated. And any kind of posing, like this isn't bad on the ground, but the Bjorn, it's like, you gotta have that thing in the air. This doesn't look bad, but like this would really function really cool with a one of those stands that has a bunch of different connector points in the front to use the little whirlwind or the little spinny thingies. Oh, interesting. Huh, so like retroactively took it out, Bimsy, that's cool. So if you do have anything you've purchased, there you go. But of course, check out the selection. Always cool stuff going on. Like on the garage, someone just like burnt out in my parking lot, that's cool. Biscuit, what you doing? Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Catman. Oh, see. Oh, use my hand as a pillow. They're all pretty good. I'm gonna have to touch them up though. And of course, I have to thank our wonderful sponsor. Ha! Don't tell. Oh, but he's asleep. I don't want to pick Catman up. He's sleeping. You're real cute. I could pick the camera up though. Oh, you stay right there, Kittleman. Oh, you got a big stretch. You got a big stretch. You got a big stretch. No one tell John. Remember that. Biscuit, come here. Yeah, I mean, I'm turning the slide off so I don't blind people when I move the camera. Biscuit. Oh, there he is. You say hi. You go back to sleep, though. But of course, gotta thank Lucas and John. They made all this possible. Giving out free stuff. Great guys, of course. Check out getting a membership with Gundam Garage. Phenomenal, especially if you like P Bandai. I cannot recommend them enough. The packaging, everything. Like, the cool price setup. Catman's great. I love Catman. But, like, for someone personally, I've never cared about boxing at all, really, because I'm going to throw the box away anyway. But it is mind-blowing. It's night and day, like, versus Amazon. And, of course, go watch Zeta chop right into a box with a hockey stick. And you're like, that kit's gone, and the kit is entirely fine. Like, they make sure that kit's going to get to you in super good, solid fashion. So they really cool there. But the prices, of course, you know, everyone, regardless of whether they speak broke or not, as it were, of course, price is a factor with everything. So, you know, as opposed to paying like double the price for the Tall Geese 2, I'll pay for a membership. Awesome, cool. Get that cheaper price, way better deal. The same reason people shop at Sam's or Costco. That membership does pay off, so definitely check it out. And I might, Lucas, do you know if my early bird code still works? Because I think I might have 1 or 2 of those left. Oh, how's it going? I'm liking him. He's looking good. Yes, definitely check them out. And of course, thank you everyone for stopping by and everyone who subscribed. I really do greatly appreciate that. You'll be seeing more of this guy on the channel in a formal review, which I might try to change the setting to like do a live one and then cut it down. We'll see. That way people have the option to ask questions, but at the same time, my DSLR does a better job picture quality wise. So, but honestly, this looks really cool. Like, he's definitely gonna have some shelf presence just because how big he is. But yeah, thanks for subscribing. Of course, you're gonna see more content. This month has been a little weird with changing jobs, and yesterday was my birthday, so I was like, I'm not gonna do much. I painted a fair amount, played a couple games, but I do have a backlog again, so I'll be building some more kits. I've got some figures to review. I actually have a bunch of Kamen Rider stuff to look at, which I don't know if I do that in one big chunk or not. But of course, like, subscribe, check out Gundam Garage, check out Boomsy, check out Zeta Gunpla, check out everyone who stopped in. I think Onion Slayer was here. Onion Slayer was here. Squiddy was here. I'm trying to think of everyone who was here. Guilty Crown, he's got a channel, of course. Excuse me. Or just wherever, of course. Wherever we found, check him out. Oh, Boom, you know, he's doing it. He's out here modding like a pro. I totally forgot the collaboration channel, the Gunpla YouTubers. We do a podcast over there, and that's actually coming up next weekend, which is very exciting. Very, very excited about that. That's going to be really cool. And I just look, the video's really far behind. Kimian. Anyway, yeah. So the podcast is gonna be great. We're gonna have some people. It's not just Boomsy and myself. We do have a big group, and if you are a Gundam related YouTuber, definitely check into the group Gunpla YouTubers. There's a Facebook page. There's also a group. Then of course the Discord. The Discord's super active. I get super far behind it, unfortunately, but Boomsy, Squiddy, Zeta, Lucas, John, Onion Slayer, everyone there. All the warriors have come out. But yeah, I think that'll be it for tonight, guys. Of course, any questions, hit me up on the comments of this video or any other video or on my Facebook page or any of that, or Instagram, if you want to see some painting pictures or really just kind of pictures in general. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and you guys have a good night. Once I get my mouse over to the end stream button, I can't move my mouse, there's too much junk on my desk.